They're counting on you. Against all odds, we've made it this far. But we both know that the old ways aren't going to work this time. This journey has changed us, changed you. But it's not over yet. You need the right tools for the job.
What?
Are we live yet? Are we live?
Troll Lord Games, join the fray.
Man, I wish I could.
Join the fray.
Live, really? Where are we there yet? Live, really? Where are we?
All right.
I don't know
What's going on? We're here. Hey! Troll Lord Games, join the fray.
That's right.
Join that motherfucking fray. How is everybody? It's lunchtime here in the U.S., more or less. What's up?
It's what? Did you say it's Miller time?
No, lunchtime. It's Miller. I mean, it could be, I suppose. You know.
Wasn't that a commercial long ago?
It was. It was. Yeah. No. Should get a can of Dr. Pepper. You should. I am running low on Dr. Pepper. I've had to use a zero Mountain Dew for the time being. That's all I have.
Mountain Dew. I've always resented the fact that Mountain Dew somehow became the de facto gamer's drink. When of all the tables that I've run over the years in the 70s and the 80s, only one guy drank Mountain Dew.
Did you happen to click on that video I dropped in about Gallstaff? The old Dead Alewives? I know you've heard that a million times. Attack the darkness. Well, one of the funny things in there is he's like, "Where's the Cheetos? I want a Mountain Dew." And I think that stuck. I don't know. That's my theory. I don't know.
That's probably where.
Is it Yingling time? Oh, the original video was an Easter egg from Sumner. Yes. Yeah, it was great, man.
What are you talking about, Chuck?
Dead Alewives.
So, funny thing, Death Angel Shadow. When we were kids, there was Zane, my oldest brother, Davis, who you guys have met. Some of you may have met Zane. He always goes to GaryCon. Myself, and then my young sister, Nikki. We would travel, and we traveled a lot because my dad is in the Army, so we did all that crap. And we were allowed to get snacks, like one soda and a bag of chips or some kind of crap, whatever. Zane, my oldest brother, always got Funyuns. I always got
a new subscriber. Prepare for battle.
So I love the taste of Funyuns. I have this very nice, nostalgic feel about Funyuns. But I'll go buy a bag every time I get on the road. Every trip to GaryCon, Gen Con, Gamehole Con, whatever con, I buy a bag of Funyuns. And I'll eat like 4 of them. And I think, good.
I really remember these being great. This is sort of like Sword. This is like Sword and the Sorcerer, but Funyuns.
Yeah, exactly. Much better than when I was 8 and Zane would, give me one Funyun for the trip or whatever it was. Whatever kids do to their.
I can only imagine the draconian rule that you and your brother had to feel.
Oh, Zane was funny. We need to get Zane on the stream. That's what we need.
Oh, it'd be awesome. I'd love to get him on here. We should do that.
He gamed with us. Davis ran the games, mostly for me, but Zane joined when we were still in the little brown books back in the 70s. He only played for a few years, and then he didn't come back to the hobby until his son was older.
Yeah.
But Zane was hilarious. So this is my favorite Zane story. We did like every American family in those days. We ate at the dinner table every night. Sure. And Mom would cook all this food, and there's this mountain of food, and then you'd do your plates and you'd eat it and all that business. Well, Zane liked to kind of, he's very territorial. He'd kind of mark out his food, and he would grab, like we'd have fried chicken, he would grab the chicken and lick it.
Oh my God.
A plate so that nobody would get the chicken.
Right.
But I'd be like, I don't care. Go.
I do not fear your power, Zane.
That's right. I'm not afraid of your saliva, man.
That's hilarious.
The good old days of long, long ago.
Oh my goodness!
But
Wow.
anyways, we're not here to nostalgically.
Why are we here?
Miller time or
We're not?
Cheetos.
Oh. I thought we
We
just
are
taking
here
a
to
break.
announce-
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So for those of you just joining the stream and not much following, we'll do a quick recap. Yesterday we had the idea to do. We really wanted to hit 400,000, so we've already had a stretch reward on the ongoing Gary Gygax Castle Zagyg campaign. We have a stretch reward set up where you get Gary's Miscellanea, which is this huge series of tables that allows you to people rooms with all kinds of stuff. Really cool stuff. Well, we wanted to really, add a little bit of treasure to it. So we tossed in the Undying War. If we get to 400,000 within the next 24 hours, we're going to throw in the Undying War. Really, I mean, it was 35,000 in the mid-campaign. That's pretty unheard of. But you guys knocked it out of the park. I mean, we did, I don't know, it's like 25 grand or almost. We're 12,000 away. So we're going to extend that. We're going to extend the Undying War for another 24 hours. We are only 12,000 away. It did 20, might have about 18,000 yesterday. It's done another 6 today, I think. So we closed that gap tremendously, but we're so close. We figured we're just going to extend this another 24 hours and see if we can get. And I know we can do it. I know it can be done. We're almost already there.
Oh yeah, we're just 12 grand away, I think. Nothing.
How's it going, Coop? Yeah, we're just 12, just under 12, and we hit it, and it unlocks all of this stuff. Looks like chat is still talking about Little Debbie. And
they are. They're hot on the cakes now. Hey, what's up, Tim? Good to see you, brother.
Some a little slow, but I finally caught on to the Zagyg books 3 and 4 covers and the foreshadowing of the Medusa and the Hydra doors. Where did it go? Cool stuff. Did I miss anything else like that? No, those are the 5 covers. Are we should have that 5th cover done here in the next, I would say, week or so. It's taken Jason about 3 weeks.
Oh shit,
4 weeks to get these covers painted. They got a lot of detail. He's going all in on these crazy things. So, and he sent the sketch, which you can see. Chuck's got it up on the site 10 days ago, Chuck, right? So it was before we launched. So about 8 to 10 days ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
But
coming
if you
on pretty
have
quick.
if you have not pledged, please go over and pledge. And if you have, or if you don't want to, spread the word on your socials. This is Gary Gygax. This is his vision. I think that frequently gets lost in just the idea that this is a giant dungeon. But this is the way Gary had envisioned his massive dungeon coming to life. We've taken all of the notes that he gave us back in 2003 and 2004, and we're building off of those. We have his original notes from the 70s and all of his kind of, what I call the manifest. He called it the Bible, but it's just kind of the re-envisioning of Castle Zagyg, which is the content that he originally created, but brought into a more ecologically sound. I hate the word realistic when we're talking about gnomes and dragons and stuff, but an ecologically sound, realistic dungeon environment. It's kind of interactive, levels and fungi and smells and noises and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what this project is, this massive dungeon of Gary Gygax's. So if you haven't joined it, please do so. And we're going to roll out some stretch rewards. We can kind of give you guys a taste of them today. The next round, as soon as we hit, is it 400,000 we release the next round, Chuck?
Yeah, that's going to be the first miscellany drop right there, 400,000.
All right. Yeah. So, and then after that, we'll announce the next 4. Of which we're going to have a lot of content. We're looking at a couple of things, but inside the dungeons of Castle Zagyg, and the castle, there's lots of portals. So we're going to start exploring those portals as Jeremy and Mike Stewart and Chase and Nick continue to work on Castle Zagyg. Davis and myself and Jason Vey, we will jump into some of these portals that you find in Castle Zagyg that take you to other realms. I talked to Jason. He's on board this morning. We're going to do one of them. 2 of the portals actually take you to science fiction universes. And Jason is going to write one of those up, tag it into Amazing Adventures, of course. And then Davis and I will tackle a couple of others. So very, very excited about new content, playable content, another book thrown into the mix here. So it's going to be well worth it for a certainty.
Jeff Gordon asks, are there going to be any additional add-ons? I know you were talking about stretch awards. Let's talk about that first, and then we'll circle back around. Sorry.
Yeah, so we can't do. There's still a couple of more that we got to finalize.
Yeah,
there's lots of legal that goes with a lot of this stuff, so we got to make sure, that it's all lined out. But what we're most excited about, what was the other one, Chuck? We talked about it last night. Do you remember? It wasn't the VTT stuff. You were doing something else with VTT.
I'm gonna do. Yeah, we're not gonna do a VTT thing, but I want to do a stretch reward for player facing and CK maps, just maps, and then you can stick it in whatever VTT you want. We don't have to worry about trying to develop it and all that,
Right,
for sure.
So these player facing maps, when Peter Bradley does the maps, they'll be layered, of course, in Photoshop files and PDFs and whatnot, so that you guys can turn these layers on and off and use them however you want to use them, and it'll help facilitate the whole VTT thing. As much as we love to jump into that, it becomes other companies doing it. We don't have anyone on staff that can, rewrite VTT.
And I'm wrestling. I'm wrestling with that whole program right now. Anyway, I've got to get back with Fantasy Grounds. It's just a non-ending thing. It's like, but anyway, it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. If you're good with that, let's see. I'll throw some questions out here at you. First one is from the Dread Monkey Lord, your old nemesis. When will you announce a full-color hardback Rune Lord stretch goal?
It's funny you should say that. I don't know what I was doing the other day. I was doing something. I wasn't here. Anyways, and I got thinking about the Rune Lord and another bevy of rune spells. So I might slip some new rune spells in the Adventure Spellbook that we are putting together now.
I know you contemplated it at one time. We talked about that. You were like,
Well, it's even both the way Arid is developed and the way the rune mark is developed. There's almost no end to the number of rune spells there could be, right? I mean, they're based on a language of creation, which is the Allfather's words, which is basically infinity.
Sure, absolutely. What was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say now. Irregardless.
I see Kevin John's quick question. Did you take a hammer to your dice from last night yet? Mine were doing okay. Davis's were not, and Chuck's were not, and
Peter's mine was good. I was doing all right for the most part.
Peter rolled 2 1s simultaneously.
So real quick, we got some more questions in the queue, but I wanted to run by everybody real quick. We are doing a quick giveaway, so if you're ever watching us on one of the platforms, if you come over to twitch.tv/TrollLordGames, you can get in on the raffle. We have to do it through our bot here for some store codes. If not, that's totally cool. I just want to throw that as an option. You can come enter and then leave. Your choice. But don't want to leave anybody out if we can. So let's see. Sparky says, question, will the supplements detailing the neighborhoods of Yigsburg be redone? Yeah, a lot of people are asking about Yigsburg. I'm going to tell you about that in the stream the other day about what.
So we hope to eventually redo those. I don't think that we're going to tag it into this campaign. We're actually in the back of our heads, and we're thinking of a third Castle Zagyg campaign. And I don't want anyone to feel like that we're trying to sort of milk this thing or whatever, because we're not. There's just so much content. And one of the things that Chuck pointed out, both in Gary's original notes and in his rewrites, there's a bunch of new magic items and a bunch of new monsters. And they're going to kind of be spread out over these 5 books. So a monster book for Castle Zagyg might actually be pretty cool. But I've completely lost track. What was he asking?
About Yigsburg, about
the expansion books. And in the expansion books, there's 26 of them. Peter says I don't remember this. It's been too long. Peter says that we've got over 20 of them written, not edited, not clear. They're just kind of turned in. I don't know that that's the case. That very well may be the case. I was running Troller Games at the time, and Jeff.
A new follower has joined the fray.
So if Peter's got the files and we've got them, and that would be something kind of cool. A Yigsburg expansion would be kind of.
Oh, cool. I think it would be huge.
Yeah,
a new follower has joined the fray.
If we roll them into this campaign, this campaign becomes that much more difficult to deliver. Does that make sense? So if we put it into another one, then it's kind of compartmentalized.
Right.
like the whole UFO stuff from the CIA. So that we definitely want to bring them out minimally as PDFs. I've talked to most of the guys that wrote these things. They're all more agreeable, just to pick up where we left off back in 2008. So it's a very high probability. And two reasons for that. One, I think it's just great expansions for Yigsburg. I think it'd be really, really good for the estate to have all of that content done and completed so that they can work it in other directions if they wanted to do that. But also Gary wanted it done. So we're trying to follow through with what Gary wanted done.
Absolutely, 100%. I think that's what we were talking about too. I'm not sure. I think it was when me and Grace were on. You were somewhere. I forget now. People were asking us about it. But yeah, I think that would be a huge thing if we could somehow find a way to include that in what we're doing in this campaign, or if we do another
follower has joined the fray.
You as a stretch reward, or even add-ons, and see.
Yeah.
And see.
Yeah, for sure. I've got a bevy of questions here.
Dark Bateau will not be. We will not be doing Dark Bateau by Rob Kuntz. That's a whole another legal issue. We have nothing to do with.
Yeah. Okay, so next up from Scott Terrell. He says, "Kudos to Grace for your Facebook mediator pointed out what I was erringly thought was a posting of restricted content. Was it? But she was right on it. Cheers." Oh, nice. Yeah. Coop Waffles has a suggestion for a stretch goal: Amazing Adventures PDF and hardbacks. I'll add it to the list.
Yeah, that's good.
No, they're all good. Yeah, we need help.
That would actually be a good thing to tag into with the book.
Yeah, we were talking about
the adventure, so that if you have this sci-fi book, you can.
Oh, Steven, that's really good. Yeah. That would be great. Let's see. Next up from Captain Bone. Thanks for making the Act 1 available. Also, I missed that the first time, and I want it all. Well, we're glad. There were a lot of people that missed it the first time. Trust me. Jeb Gorgon asks, "Are you going to add any additional add-ons?" I have almost all of them already. Yes, Jeb, I do have a list that I'm going to try to work on sometime between now and Friday to get in there. I've got Beyond the Canopy Green and some other things that people have asked about. And I've
got Chuck doing a whole lot of stuff this week.
There's a lot.
We need 2 Chucks.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's see. Okay, so that's done there. So yes, stuff coming. In fact, Jeb, I'll put out an update when we add anything new to the campaign. All right, I promise.
Ray, my yard has been consumed by this weed. It's called is it aloe? Aloe vera, something I can't remember. It's this small bunch grass that has tiny little white seeds on it. It seeds like absolute insanity. So I'm not sure you want me to come cut your grass, but maybe.
Yeah.
At least dandelions look pretty.
All right, so let's see here. Next up, Gordon says the beatings, BTT development will stop when morale improves. Okay, yeah, morale needs to improve around here for sure. Question from Mox Howe. Will you have a Castle Zagyg coloring book?
Oh, that's a cool idea.
I'll add that to the list.
You can eat dandelions.
Do what?
Apparently, I just see Ray Tell's comments. He said you can eat dandelions.
Oh, Lord. Crimson Arrows question. Chuck, have you talked to Steven about the life path system? I have not, Crimson, but I plan on it. It's an air thing we've been talking about. I think you will find it extremely cool.
I was ankle deep in air this morning.
It's going to fit when you're talking about doing the monthly special. This is something I think we can do. So, yeah. Good. So yes, it's coming, Crimson. I'll keep you in the loop on that. Alucard. Oh yeah, Alucard. Mr. Let me buy the CK stuff for Boons. Yeah, I remember you from last night. Jeremy was out for blood last night. Yeah, he was. Thanks to you. Thanks, Alucard.
I don't know. We were rolling really bad.
No, I'm just busting chops. Let's see. Kevcon says, will the Zagyg maps be black and white or full color with lots of details? Full color, I believe.
Black and white.
Oh, are they?
We can't. Yeah, we can't detail all those maps out. We're going to keep.
No, no, I just got to thinking about it. We got a little rock right here. We're going to do a little chest.
I love what Bill Edmonds did to the Hermit, and those maps are so awesome.
Yeah. But
Peter and I talked about it. We're talking. I don't. It's 2,000 rooms. Is that it? And it'll just slow everything.
I don't know, man. It seems like a lot. That's all I'll say about it. Let's see.
There's a certain. ease of play that comes with maps that aren't overly decorated with stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see.
It's a lot.
I know there is a lot to it for sure. Let's see. Coop has another suggestion for a stretch reward. PDFs of the original Zagyg TLG releases.
Oh no, that's interesting.
I'll put that one in the list, as well as I thought about this the other day. We were talking about doing a poster
That'd be kind of cool.
for all the covers.
Yeah, I like your poster idea with the 5 covers.
Yeah, and we could also, if we wanted to get crazy, do the original covers as well as a separate poster. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
A lot of people like that. That whole. I know legal. I know, but I was just thinking.
There's legal issues with the Jeffrey Catherine Jones issue, and I talked to her daughter. She was very nice, but she offered to pay her, and she never got back with me, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Man, these guys are coming out of the woodworks with questions. Mr. Blue has another possible stretch reward: isometric maps across volumes 1 through 5. I love them, but I know they're a pain in the ass for people to draw. I don't have to draw them, of course. That's Peter's job, but yeah. I don't know what to tell you about that one.
Sounds like Peter work.
Yeah, well, Mr. Blue says I should make sure their value when you have a lot of elevation changes. If Castle Zagyg has a lot of that, it would really be a good visual for it. And I know we're doing a cutaway, so I know we've got that coming from the first one campaign. So.
Yes. Okay. Gary Gygax plushie would be bad. That'd be badass.
Kilted Clerk says, will there be anything definitive written concerning Dunfalcon aside from just reference to Greyhawk? Or perhaps you can answer which version of Greyhawk Dunfalcon is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be Gord's, the TSR box set, or post Greyhawk Wars, or another? Question mark.
So the only notes I've seen on Dunfalcon are like 3 little paragraphs. I think that he always in his mind just assumed it was Greyhawk. But when you look in Yigsburg, a Dunfalcon is 300 miles away from Yigsburg.
Yeah.
So what Gary was doing was, while maintaining his, and it was down the Dunfalcon Pike, while he was maintaining the kind of ambiance of Greyhawk with Dunfalcon, what he was really doing was zeroing in on the city of Yigsburg and the setting of the East Mark. That was where his focus was. So he kind of moved away from it. We really don't have a lot of information on Dunfalcon. I think at that point, he just assumes that you're going to take it and do with whatever you want with it.
Sure.
So that second part of your question, I'm not sure where he was going with Dunfalcon, if he was going anywhere, because all of his energy was going into Yigsburg. I don't ever remember him. We had one conversation about Dunfalcon, and it was about the legal. Is it too close legally to Greyhawk? You know, obviously Greyhawk, Dunfalcon, Dun is Grey. And that was about it. And I don't think he may have mentioned it to Jeffrey or Peter. Peter's in the chat. He might be able to throw in some comments, but I don't think he ever really intended to do anything with Dunfalcon. I think in the world of Aird, I think the best place to put it is going to be up in the Siena Cleves area, because then there's a long river. You're about 300 miles, really about 200 miles from Avanon, and then Avanon can become Greyhawk / Dunfalcon / whatever you want it to be. All that city is for Yigsburg is a trade hub, so that stuff coming into Yigsburg goes on to Dunfalcon to hit into the broader sphere of your world.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. There's a lot of questions. All right. Let's see. This is from Ray Tells. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Let me back up here. I jumped way ahead. Sorry. My bad. Where are we at here? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. This is from Alan Rowe, across the pond, troublemaker. This may have been asked before, but will Luke working on Greyhawk for WotC affect Yigsburg?
No, contracts are in place. We're all golden on that. And of course, Luke is a very, very good friend of mine. He and I are going to start doing a few streams. You'll see us in a few streams together. What they're doing on their end, I haven't looked into it too much, and I didn't get a chance. He's so busy at Gary Con, and I was writing whatever I was writing. I stay kind of hidden in my room. But no, it should have no impact whatsoever.
Okay.
It may have good impact in 2 years. So we'll see. There may be really good comes out of all of this. Should be fantastic.
Death Angel Shadows throws out there more patches and stickers. Love the patch I got with 11th printing. We love them too. There is one on the list coming. I think we already.
Yes. We already unlocked it.
We already unlocked it. That's right. That's right. We did.
Yeah,
we
there's
did.
a patch coming and stickers. And that patch that Nick did for
it's great
for the 11th printing is through the roof.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see what kind of cool CZ. Anyway, yeah. Oh, of course, Sparky 68 has to come in and cause problems. Question: how close is Act 1 to being released? Shall I pummel him now or later?
It's already been released. Oh wait,
no, careful on that.
Whoa. Of the 3 volumes, Volume 1 is done, Volume 2 is done. They're in the layout. Now we're going to do another heavy edit and pass through them once they're kind of laid out. That's how Finn has asked us to kind of change things up around here. He is in the World Builders Archive at the moment. And book, let's see, I talked to Jeremy this morning. He has turned over level 2. He has turned over level 3. So Mike Stewart's doing the first write-up. Jeremy's doing the follow-up, rewrite, make it more tonally in line with what Jeff Talanian did and Gary Gygax did in Yigsburg. So 2 is done, 3 is done, 4A is done. There's some questions on 4. So we're really just 2 levels and 1 sub-level from being done with this thing. 4A and 5A are pretty small, so those shouldn't take more than a week. And level 4, I'd have to ask Jeremy.
3A is done. 3A is done.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're about 4 weeks out, and we're done with the writing. And when the writing is done,
he's in.
Maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah.
Kothar is in the chat.
There you go. Yeah. And he's in 4A right now, so we got 4, 5, and 5A left to be tackled.
Right on.
2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks. I like it.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
It's trademark. That's a great idea. Let's trademark that.
So Dardian asked, I'm assuming we timed out on the Undying War PDF. Tell them what they won, Steve.
We have not timed out. We are extending it by 24 hours. So, and it's jumped a good $1,000 since we've been streaming. So we are only 10,500 away from getting 400,000. So if we land that in the next 24 hours, you guys did so good. So many people came on board and backed this thing in the last 24 hours. Chuck Grace and I sat down and decided we're going to extend this another 24 hours until tomorrow, Wednesday, the 15th at noon Central Standard Time. If we hit 400,000 by then, we're going to release both Gary Gygax's Miscellany and the Undying War PDF, the PDF for the Undying War. And I think there's print copies of the Miscellany. But what I'd really like to do is shoot past this and start looking at more Gygax content. There's some more Miscellany out there. We would like to put this stuff in.
That's right.
Into the overall milieu of Castle Zagyg insanity.
Funny you would say that, but to be honest with you guys, we want to give away the Undying War anyway. We want to. We really want you to have it. So we're just finding excuses is all we're doing. We are.
It's a great campaign setting. It is great.
100%. Let's see.
I did, Jeremy, and that's actually very helpful. Jeremy sent over a list of all of the portals that are
good.
And Upper Works and the dungeons beneath. And I've already begun moving on some of those. I got some feelers out, so we'll see.
Oddly enough, KevCon, who has the next question in queue, says, did I understand you right? A portal from Zagyg will send a group to a modern AA setting?
Yes, that is part of what we're looking at. That would be into the stretch rewards. What we're going to do, we'll let you guys know. At first, I was thinking we're going to do 4 different adventure books. But I think we're going to do 1 adventure book called something like Castle Zagyg Portals. And in it are going to be at least 4 or 6 small adventures, 10, 15 pages, whatever, that begin at this portal on whatever level it is. And then you go into this other sphere. However you want to do it.
I got the title, dude. Okay. The Castle of Many Pains. I mean, it's original.
There you go. We are working on the Hall of Many Pains.
So you have the castle, right?
That's true. It is being reforged as we speak. So
The Realms of Castle Zagyg. I like that Realms. That's nice, Jeremy. It's a good one. Anyway.
One of the portals sends the party into a real life version of Greece.
Oh God!
And
they're like, hey, they're beauty school dropout zombies. Even better. They got like their hair up and rollers. It'd be great.
That is still one of the best musicals ever made.
That would be fantastic. All right, let me get back over the questions here. Oh, look at Pastor. He's just updating my pain for the last few hours. Get that last comment.
So, just so everybody knows, we've been having some service interruptions with Troller.com and our email. This has been rough for the last 10 days or so.
Yeah.
Monica and I are in the process of updating the package plan so that we double the amount of RAM that we're using are available to us to kind of get this under control.
Supposedly. Hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully.
If not, we're going to drive to some other country and have an argument with somebody.
We're going to buy a Gutenberg press and start making
there. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. All right, back to questions. Let's see what we got here. Rick Loveday says, yes, more posters the better. All right.
Has joined the fray.
Let's see. Jumpstein. Sorry came out so late, so this might have been answered already. Owning the original Iggsburg box set. How does the material play into what you're releasing now? Okay, you did talk a little bit there, but you want to touch again, you can.
Say the question again. I missed it.
Just the differences with Iggsburg and this CZ versus the original retro.
Okay, so very, very little differences. We've updated the maps. Svetlana has come on. She's a fantastic cartographer from Norway. She's come on to help us, and she's already finished those maps. So Iggsburg and the East Portfolio, they are absolutely fantastic. So that's the first update. The second update is we've reforged Iggsburg. And all that means is because back in 2023, Wizards of the Coast, whatever OGL, whatever they're doing to the OGL, we just pull the OGL from all of our games, which includes Gary Gygax. And so we just, and nothing really changes. Alignment changed to disposition. You know, there's some kind of name here. We forged it. And beyond that, there'll be a tight edit, but nothing else has changed. We're not changing. And that Iggsburg was written by Gary Gygax. He didn't have any co-authors on it. He wrote Iggsburg, so we're not changing anything. And I've told both the people who are working on the editing side of this stuff, and this goes for the World Builders Archive and Hermits, and we're not changing Gary's language. We're not going in. If he wrote it this way, this is the way it stays. We just make sure the punctuation is correct, whatever. So Iggsburg is, and the Iggsburg Volume 1, called The Citadel now, will be probably 90% the same as Volume 1 Iggsburg back in the day.
Okay, so let me... Man, they're coming through fast here. Okay, next question up is from Ray Tales. I haven't compared the stats, but isn't a corpse crawler, Castle Zagyg, equal a cadaver, caterpillar, M&T, equal a carrion crawler? Jeremy?
I'm like 90% certain, yes.
Yeah, he better know, because I don't know anymore. There's too many versions.
Well, I think the carrion crawler, someone out there correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the carrion crawler was one of the 7 monsters that Wizards of the Coast and the original SRD did not include in the original SRD. So it was the carrion crawler, the Thryteen, the Beholder, the Mind... What is it? The Mind Slicer? I can't remember what it is. Whatever it is. What is it, Chuck? What is it? The Mind Slicer from...
What are you talking about?
Monsters?
Mind Ravager. You're talking about you're talking about
Mind Flayer. Thank you, Malaki.
I mean, I'm not sure which are you talking about, us or whoever.
The Mind Flayer, the best named monster of all time.
Yeah.
In my opinion, is the Mind Flayer, and that was one of the 7. But I think Carrion Crawler we weren't allowed to use because it was one of the 7 that was protected.
Yeah, I think we call it whatever he said the first one was there.
So Gary changed it to whatever,
Cadaver,
and then we changed it to whatever, and
right.
then it just.
Yep, he changed it to that, and it's the same monster though, for sure.
Now I'm watching this thing. We're creeping up to 390,000 during this.
Are you shitting me? Really? Oh, okay.
It is. It's about to kick over. If you're out there now, please go over and check out our Backer Kit campaign.
Fantastic.
It is Gary Gygax bringing back, and we're this close to what, getting within 10,000 of the goal.
Let's see. Dread Monkey Lord says, "Can we get some Troll Lord game T-shirts with chest pocket for eyeglasses and pens?"
Now you're talking.
Hmm.
Now you're talking. So I'm embedded in UFO literature at the moment, and I'm reading some early '80s UFO stuff. And I just finished a whole history of the SETI, the dish to listen to aliens, whatever, to listen to noise from outer space. And a whole section was written about pocket shirts with back in the 60s, the 50s and 60s, it wasn't a geek thing. It was an engineer's thing.
Yes.
That's how you knew someone was working in engineering or drafting or architecture, because they had that plastic thing there that held their 6 or 7 different types of pens and a little calculator stuck in their pocket because they needed it to do their daily jobs.
Okay, well, let's see. More questions. Let's see. Oh, this is from DM John. Stretch reward or add-on, your preference. Color maps.
Dun, dun, dun.
He wants them for a VTT. I know exactly what he's after.
I'll talk to Peter and see what Jeremy's already. Hell no. Peter could put a dash of color in there, maybe.
Oh, let's see here.
I don't see how it can't. Obviously, it's one of those. So there's 2 portals.
Jesus.
Jeremy's comments, there's 2 portals that go to science fiction stuff. Though I don't know why you would think UFOs and aliens are science fiction, Capcom. I think it's pretty established truth now. But one of them surely will go to Area 51.
A new follower has joined the fray.
All right, let's see here. Next up's going to be, let's see, Ray Tells, stretch goal. Gary Gygax dressed as the Dungeon Master plushie. Oh my God, that's what you were talking about earlier.
I think that would be cool.
I've got it in here. Moxel says, question, how about a Zagyg CK screen? So, before you say anything, Stephen, we did have one for the first campaign. I've talked to Steve about it a lot.
Prepare
I'm
for
trying to do a second
battle.
one because there's so much stuff. But I have a different plan now that I haven't told Steve about. And you, Frank, and the other guy we were talking to is the one that spurred me on about this. So I'll get with you on it. I have an idea. I haven't told Steve about it yet, though. Something that's really cool. But we'll talk about that later. I don't know if it'll happen or not. So.
Jeremy's gonna be.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I have a better plan, one that people will like to have and collect.
So
anyway,
here's what we'll do. So back in the day, TLG, obviously a small company. Todd and I created our booth, our convention booth backdrop. What we did is we took 3 sheets of 3/4 8.5 by 11 plywood. We dremeled in the little hinge things, and we put the hinges in there, and we glued this kind of very coarse carpet over it. Absolutely the best backdrop we've ever had, other than the one we just displayed at GaryCon. It was perfect. It was just crazy heavy. Eventually got rained on and warped, and we had to throw it away. But so what we'll do for Castle Zagyg screens, we'll do one
Pavis
3/4 8.5 by 11
Just set it down.
That's what we can do for the ludicrous level. We can have a $5,000 level that comes with that screen. That'd be badass.
A Castle Keeper Pavis screen. That would be fantastic.
You set it up behind you.
It's a box fort. Okay, let's see. Where's my question?
Good Lord, DM, that would be badass.
Oh, that would be cool. Let's see. Another question here. Stretch reward suggestion from Coop Waffles. Coins. Do them from in the different types of coins we have in our game with, like, I guess the local whatever, a Castle Zagyg coin.
Coins would be very cool.
It would be cool.
Coin manufacturing place up in just outside of Fayetteville.
Moxow has a suggestion that Jeremy's going to love. How about a Castle Zagyg themed Crusader journal issue?
Oh, that would be very cool.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Holy Carolina.
I've got it in the list here. Let's see. Next up, this is from George Plyer. What tactics do you have for the game? He's new to CNC. You care to expound? Yeah. He's probably just wondering about mechanics, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so it depends on whether you're running or playing, obviously. But if you're running the game, what I would do now, and it says it pretty clearly in the player's handbook to to not have them do attribute checks unless they absolutely require them. And that's a good rule of thumb, except when you are just starting out. I would actually have them do lots of attribute checks just so that because what I have found when running people new to Castles and Crusades, it's not natural for gamers who have played in 3rd, 4th, or 5th edition to think that, oh, I can go try to swim the river, because they look at their character sheet and they don't have a swim skill, so they can't swim the river, so they don't try. And obviously in Castles and Crusades, you can try anything you want. You're just going to make an attribute check. Whether you can swim or not is entirely up to either the dice or your background or whatever is going on. So I have them make lots of attribute checks. And what I find after a game or two, just a couple of sessions, the players start to realize, they start to very quickly shed the idea of looking at their character sheet for skills or feats or whatever they call them now. And then they just start using their imagination and trying to do stuff. I'm going to try to climb that tree. I'm going to try to, whatever it is. I'm going to try to take the rope and rope the bull, whatever it is that they're doing. Then they go. But Wolf alone, I always go to the river. But so that's what I do. I push the attribute angle quite a bit in your first couple of sessions to just loosen up your players into a different mind think, so that they're pushing that envelope of things that they can try.
And George,
I hope that answers your question.
And George, if you have any other questions like that, I'm just going to put this out here. But if you use Discord, our Discord's great. It's 3,000 people that just game and talk about all kinds of games, just ours. But some of the greatest people will help you with the game. If you have questions or whatever, you want to learn, want to get involved. But the game is really based around role playing and about imagination. We don't have a lot of rules, and the CK, like Steve mentioned, has a lot of levity. What he can do, he can just do all kinds of things. It's not very constraining at all. But that's my spiel.
It's not.
All right, Kilted Cleric says, is there any possibility of getting licensing rights back to Gary's Dangerous Journeys material?
That's never come up in a conversation, even with Gary, which always made me kind of, and he actually gave me somewhere around there on my shelf back there is a signed copy of Dangerous Journeys.
Oh, nice. That's fantastic.
Yeah, which is very cool. So I always thought, and I don't know, and you guys are probably better informed of this than me, because like I said, Gary and I didn't talk about it. I always assumed that someone else owned Dangerous Journeys. I just assumed that Gary didn't own it, that it had been, taken by Wizards of the Coast in a lawsuit. Not Wizards of the Coast. It was with TSR. TSR sued him, right? I think it was TSR sued him. I think.
Yes.
I can't remember now.
Well, it was Lorraine Williams, so yes.
So they'd be TSR for sure.
I've got her name pegged or whatever. I don't know what. I knew that though. I know that shit.
So TSR would have owned Dangerous Journeys, I think, which means Wizards of the Coast owns Dangerous Journeys now, which means Hasbro owns it, of course.
Well, see, I don't think that they own it. I think they sued for basically, they were basically took him to court for you're copying our game, kind of thing.
Oh, I see.
I don't think they ever took it though. They just said you can't publish this.
Scott Gregg is saying it went to Wizards of the Coast with the other TSR property.
Oh, did it?
Interesting. That was always my assumption, only because he never brought it up. So
okay,
and he didn't really like to talk about the lawsuits and
right. I thought she just came at him right because this was fresh after he left, right? And I thought she just used the lawyer. Yeah, I thought she just used a lawyer and just said, "Hey, dude, you either stop this shit because you're basically copying D&D." And I think he just said, "All right, I've had enough of your shit," so he just backed out. But I could be wrong.
And they were fine. They were in financial straits at that point. It was a mess. The whole thing.
Bella? Yeah.
Sparky says, I'll never play D&D until Lorraine Williams apologizes to me for all the crap she did. I agree.
Get up on that.
Is she still with us? I don't know if she's still on the planet or not.
I don't know. No comment. I have no idea. Let's see. Oh, back to questions. Let's see. Wolf Alone. In unrelated news, I've got a little bit more store credits that expire in July. Hurry up with those aired source books, Stephen. To segue on that, Sparky comes in 2 seconds later and says, "Yeah, Steve, when are we getting those aired expansion books this week?"
So here we are, and this is what I don't really know what to do. I've got 10 more pages of the Eveline Shore Lanes to edit. I finished it. I just need to edit it and get it to Finn. It's gonna take him about 3 days to edit this thing. So this one won't actually be ready until next week. So my inclination is to go ahead and release the 2 that are ready as opposed to 3 simultaneously, and then do another one next week, or maybe, because I've already started in on the Umbrian Flats, maybe 2 in like 2 weeks. I'm not. So, what do you guys think? Should I just go ahead? Should we wait another week and do 3 next week, or should we go ahead and do 2 this week? Either way, I would like to do 2 this week, to be honest with you. Just get them out the chute and move it on down the line. Only got 4 left. 4 left. Very excited.
Okay.
Sparky says drop them now, and Sparky is a huge reason all of this is unfolding. So we'll
Yeah.
just.
I think we should.
We'll
I want to put some stuff on. Put the air category on sale, maybe 10% off. You know.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
We will release them tomorrow.
They will be released tomorrow, and there will be much rejoicing all across the land.
And Lumix has joined in as well, so tomorrow it is. The Kraken. There's a Kraken. It's sort of a Kraken in the reverse, the reverb, whatever.
So Scott Gregg says that it turns out with that stuff we was talking about a while ago that he actually started while he was still working for TSR. So therefore,
there you go. He's got the inside track.
Yeah, that's what that makes complete sense. Let's see. Will Yigsburg have new cover art? Well, yeah, I think they all have new cover art. I believe.
They all have.
If that's what you're asking, Jeb, yeah, for sure. But
yeah, it's called the Citadel now, and it's got a fantastic cover art on it.
Where are we at now with everything right now, Steve? On that thing, we have.
We are at 389, 611. So a couple more pledges, and
we're so close.
And we are very close. We have, just to let everybody know, we have extended the deadline to get 400,000 by 24 hours. We're going to hold fast to this one, so we got to get 400,000 by tomorrow to get both of the stretch rewards. So let's spread the word if you can, and get it all out there.
Yeah, help us, help you.
Yes, more is more. And Chuck and I will work on stretch rewards today. We may roll them out, probably roll them out tomorrow. Chuck still has to get the World Builder Archive surveys put together. Which is
we'll talk about that. It's a not. I'll tell you what, we really screwed up doing the pick your book deal. I'm gonna tell you right now. I am lost in a rabbit hole like you would not believe on that one. Anyway.
I was going through Essential Places this morning and realized the title page is all wrong, so I got to go in and fix all.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah, we'll get there very quickly. But a couple more pushes.
KevCon says, if we're talking about more of Gary's stuff, please get his Zagyg the Barbarian Choose Your Own Adventure series. Ooh. I'm not familiar with that. Or if it was, I don't remember it.
Was that Wizards of the Coast or was that Gary? I really don't. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I really don't know either. It's a good question. I'm going to Google it and see. Just because I want to see here.
At 13 Ginger, he's trying to get those up today.
Yeah. I know you want them, Ginger. I'm going to get them up. I promise you. I've got some jackass that keeps giving me work to do. I don't know what his problem is. What? No. That guy sucks, doesn't he? No.
I hate that guy. He's always shouting, "Are we live yet?"
So they were published by Pocket Books, but it was pre-Watsy. So I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if they own it. You know,
85 to 86 is when they were published.
I bet you he owns that stuff. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of them in here. There's
hello to Poland too. 13 Ginger. I always wanted to go to Poland. I've made it all the way to Germany and Austria, but I never made it to Poland. I always wanted to go to Poland.
Really, I haven't made it across the damn ocean yet, so I'm still trying. I had hopes a couple years ago. I had hopes. I thought I was going to UK Expo, and my dreams got crushed. Crushed, Alan. Crushed. I was on the cusp. Anyway, let's see.
We'll buy you a boat.
Shit.
So honestly, so those of you out there may or may not know, Dakota, who runs our shipping department, printing department, he got his pilot's license last year. And we were just poking around the Beast, which is the truck we use for Troller Games. It's pushing, it's 20 years, close to 20 years old. And, she's a little weathered. But anyway, so I was looking at new trucks, and they're ridiculously priced at $78,000 is what I was looking at to replace the Beast with 78, which is just absurd to the point of absurdity.
Yeah.
So I got curious, and I just looked on Small Plane, and I found a plane for $65,000. So, Chuck, we could buy Dakota a plane, and he could fly you to England.
Shit.
You could visit Alan and have a beer.
No, because what's going to happen is I'm going to end up taking a bunch of shit to Alan. I know what your plan is. To go around the shipping costs. In fact, that reminds me, I have got to get some shit shipped to you. I've still got page in my car, by the way. Did you know that?
You and Dakota will be, you're in Dakota will be flying over the Atlantic. We got to drop some weight.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? That would be horrific. Oh my God.
For the landing fees, got to make a parachute.
I'll have beer for you.
Aired. I love it. Aired. Smuggling DLG books worldwide.
Good God.
We're doing it.
Oh my God. Aired. That's just crazy. That's just crazy.
Now you're talking, Jeff. Go
Let's see. I painted a printed battle map of the outs in. That sounds interesting. As a stretch.
The outs in is just badass.
Yep. That is badass.
Jeremy had to run us out. If you didn't notice, Davis and I were just going to stay in the ounce in last night.
Yeah, no, he wasn't about to have any of that shit, was he? That's fine. Let's see. I am caught up finally on questions, man. I'm telling you what.
Well, it is about. We do got to get back to it.
We got work to do. I'll never get nothing done.
More on the thing, and
I got to get Ginger's add-ons up too, so I got work to do.
Ginger's add-ons got to go up. We get an ounce of the end. Very good, Peter. Gary would be amused. All right, so we're going to wind this down. I want to thank you all for coming out this afternoon. We did want to announce, and I'll announce again, we have extended the deadline for the Undying War.
I've got that, John.
24 hours. So 23 hours at this point. All we need to do is 10,400 in the next 24 hours, which is a third of what we've done in the last 24. And we've unlocked a bunch of Gary Gygax goodness and some Undying War. So spread the word. Let everybody know. And for those of you who've already done so and pledged, thank you very much.
And we will be back this afternoon with an AMA, right?
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yeah, we'll be back at 4:30.
Yep. In just about 3 hours or so. 3.5 hours, something like that. Yeah. Good. So we'll see you guys then. We'll hopefully have a new update. Maybe we'll have some new stretch rewards official. Who knows what we'll have? Or
who knows?
Who knows? You just do not know.
It is very organic. And yes, Dakota will be fishing very soon. He was
oh my God.
This weekend. He left early Friday so he could go mudding down in Louisiana. And he'll be fishing very, very soon.
That'll be crazy. We're looking forward to Carverstone. I cannot wait to have it at the house and play it. Because this what little bit I've seen through Jeremy's eyes has been wonderful. So, oh yeah, we got a raffle. He's not going to miss out on that. By God, let's get this raffle. Look, there's Jeff coming in. All right. Let me get the raffle. I was trying to sneak out. Damn it, they caught me.
All right.
I'd have gotten away with it for those meddling viewers. Anyway. All right, stopping this all up here. Let's get this done. Giveaways. I'm going to close them out right now. Here we go. Devin in there, raffle, drawing, something, anything. Clear his throat. I saw, by the way, I just want to make a point. I did notice the Mox House sneaked in. I saw that Mox. So get ready to get kicked out. Because for whatever reason, whenever you join a raffle, you always win. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway. All right, closing raffles. Here we go. All right, we're going to pull some $10 codes first. I'm going to do 3 of those. And then I'll do a couple 15s. For the people that are new to us, there'll be a link that pops up in the stream with goes to our Discord. Great place to hang out and drink some virtual Dr. Pepper. Obsidian Risk will get you your codes. You can PM, DM him, or he may PM you, or you can ask one of us. We'll get you your stuff if you're new. But it's a really cool place. Come hang out. The first winner for a $10 PDF is Good King and Odd. He's won before. Good to see you, Good King. Second winner for a $10 PDF is Mox Al Mother. Getting rid of him. I told you that would happen, that son of a bitch. All right, back up again. Oh, Scott Terrell. Welcome in, Scott. Glad you won the other $10. There you go. Again, you just hit the Discord and hop on over. I'll drop the link in here real quick one more time, and we'll get you sorted. Next up would be for the $15 codes. I got 2 of those real quick. Oh, nope, I got another PDF. That's what I forgot. One more PDF. Tarva Moonblade. All right, Tarva. You've won. That's all 3 of the PDFs. Yep. Now for the two $15 ones. Here we go. First up is Carverstone. We just talked a second ago. Congrats. There you go. And thank you too, Tarva. And last but not least, for a $15 is Lucidius. There you go. Congrats. So there's our winners for now. We'll see you guys later this evening when we get back on here and blab about whatever. So thank you so much for coming to hang out. We really appreciate it, guys. thanks for helping us get this thing pushed up as much as we can. We want to be able to release as much of Gary's stuff as we can. And thanks to you, we're going to be able to do it. So, all right. Well, I'll see you guys in a little while. Thank you so much.
Take it easy, everybody.
All right. And don't forget, Trolls